Hey gang, it's JC, and this is the Daily Dose for Monday, April 9th, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. We have great television archives at the top of the page. Our eye candy feature is right below. And our rock and roll poll questions from Friday with Easter weekend just having passed. What do you think of Pope Benedict XVI? Number one answer at 43%, he's a dud. But to be fair, almost anybody following the charismatic Pope John Paul II might seem a little lackluster. 43%. Another 23% of you say he's a dud. So you got 66% right there who say he's a dud or he's a dud with an asterisk. Only 18% of you say that, well, he's still fine and, might be a little old, but he's still the inspirational leader of the church. And another 17% of you said, quiet, you godless pagan. Thank you. Today's rock and roll poll question. So Mike Wallace passes away at the age of 93. What do you think of 60 Minutes? You know, there's a whole group of people out there who have admired 60 Minutes for decades. And then there's like this pushback from people who think they're just a bunch of hacks and troublemakers. So here are your choices. A, it's one of the best examples we have of top-notch, first-class journalism. B, they got their moments from time to time, but they can be pretty irritating. C, they come out a bit too strong and self-righteous for me. Or D, they're a bunch of sensationalistic hacks. Please answer in the corner results for you tomorrow. All right, we kick back up with the Al Raboski Show. He'll be on with us every Monday in the 1 o'clock hour from 1 until 2 on the Big 550 KTRS, where Trish Gazelle and I reside every day. And so be listening for Al. Keep in mind, we're doing our home opener extravaganza on Friday from 10 in the morning. We're coming on 2 hours early, 10 in the morning until 2, and then Hadley will take it from 2 to 3. And all of this is going to be on the air on the Big 550 KTRS and KTRS.com, and also live from O'Kelly's at the ballpark, just about 2 blocks south of the stadium behind the Broadway Oyster Bar. Somewhere I wanted to say Blue Oyster Cult. I don't know why. Anyway, I get the O'Kelly's menu here, by the way, and it looks fabulous. They're going to be on the air with us Thursday in the 2 o'clock hour to sort of show off a little bit. But again, join us at O'Kelly's or on the air. I've been doing this show for a quarter century here in St. Louis, and the version we did in 1998 is in the archives at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. So we always try to freshen it and have new stuff and brighten it up a little bit. We'll be doing that again on Friday, again from 10 until 2 on the Big 550 KTRS. Speaking of baseball, the 52 Sharks that play in the Men's Senior Baseball League, I struck out the side in the first inning on Saturday, first game of the season. 2 innings pitched, no runs. We win 2-1. I bring that point up about striking out the side in the first inning because it'll probably never happen again all season. So, take advantage of it now. Brag while I can. Today's show has lost its mind. First, they got Sarah Palin hanging around, the Kim Kardashian co-hosting, and today it's that idiot Dugar family that has like 107 kids, and they showed their laundry room this morning, and I was just like, I'm not watching this. And I left, I came back in the room, they were still on. I thought they were going to do a little segment, they'd be done. I come back like 45 minutes later. Basically, the Dugar family, they've got one of their reporters there, and she's there like for the entire morning. They showed the laundry room, it looks like a damn laundromat. Great for the environment. All right, let's go back to television and something that we are proud of. Having been in the audience, I think, of Mike Wallace in 60 Minutes. He was 93. Wallace, one of the original members of 60 Minutes when it premiered in 1968. They're going to dedicate the whole show to him next week. I had an opportunity to talk to Mike Wallace back in 1993. We're going to dig that interview up and play it probably today on the Big 550 KTRS. And remember, if you missed something, you can go to KTRS.com, download the app, or you can go there at 3:30 every afternoon and they put the entire show up commercial free. So you can listen to the whole show in about, hour and 45 minutes or something like that. Chris Daughtry, remember him? The, season 5 finalist on American Idol. Well, he did a bunch of albums and stuff like that, sold a bunch of records, and now the band that he was in prior to American Idol is suing him, saying that some of the music was a collaborative effort and they own it, and oh boy, here we go. In the meantime, Snoop Dogg says he's putting out a songbook called Rolling Words, which includes pages of lyrics to his songs, but the pages are made out of rolling papers and smokable. Axl Rose and Lana Del Rey. What? Yeah. He's 50, she's 25. That video games song chick who was on Saturday Night Live voted maybe the worst musical performance in the 40-year history of Saturday Night Live. National Enquirer, I don't make a habit of quoting them, but this one's sort of funny because it says, Demi Moore reportedly texted nude photos of herself to Ashton Kutcher in a desperate attempt to get him back. Take that for what it's worth. Hunger Games beats out American Reunion and Titanic by a comfortable margin over the weekend. According to a new survey, only 4% of people say they feel good when they wake up in the morning. The other 96% say they wake up tired. 21% blame animals. 18% noisy neighbors. 12% blame traffic. About 30% of people say they've called in sick at some point due to lack of sleep, and another 38% have fallen asleep at work or during a meeting. According to another new survey, 25% of people admit they don't know their neighbors' names. About the same percentage, 23% say they've gotten into a fight with a neighbor in the past 5 years or have felt threatened by them. Noise, the biggest reason for fights, that's at 37%. Other main reasons for arguments, parking, pets, and children. And the weirdest one, another 6% of people say they have never even seen the people who live next door to them. All right, when it comes to chocolate, Americans do not like change. 8 of the 10 best-selling chocolate candies over the past year have been around for more than 50 years. Number 10, Almond Joy. 9, Hershey's Cookies and Cream. 8, Milky Way, Musketeers, Twix, Kit Kat, Hershey Bar at 4, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups at 3, M&M's at 2, and the number 1 favorite best-selling candy in America, 407 million of these were sold in the last year. That's about $424 million worth of Snickers. For the first time ever, more people will watch streaming online video than DVDs this year. A little random fact right there for you. The 6 habits of skinny people. Here you go. According to Yahoo, the 6 habits of skinny people. Number 1, don't skip breakfast. Number 2, drink a lot of water. Weigh yourself every day. Don't eat in front of the TV. Stop worrying so much. A ton of studies have gained weight gain to stress, and get enough sleep. Last October in England, a woman threw a wrench at her roommate for walking in on her while she was having sex on the couch. The roommate was actually a champion, listen carefully to this, a champion world gravy wrestling champ. I want to repeat that. Back in 2010, she won the World Gravy Wrestling Championship in England by taking out several other women in a tub of more than 500 gallons of gravy. She had a promising gravy wrestling future ahead of her, and since the wrench hit her in the face and messed up her vision, she hasn't been able to compete. The woman who threw the wrench at her got 2 years in prison. It is interesting to me that she is claiming that getting hit in the head with a wrench makes her unable to see, and yet she can wrestle in gravy. Because if that got in your eyes, that would obstruct your vision at all, would it? Keith Olbermann suing Current TV for $70 million, which works out to approximately $1 million per Current TV viewer. Kevin Kline from right here in St. Louis on Jimmy Fallon tonight on NBC. Hugh Hefner, 86th day, and if you're just one of these people who has to know what the next holiday is now that Easter is gone. We've got 6 days until Tax Day, 16 days until Secretary's Day, 34 days till Mother's Day, 46 days until the Memorial Day weekend, 69 days until Father's Day. And 23 years ago today, in 1989, 52-year-old Bill Wyman of the Rolling Stones announced he was going to marry 19-year-old Mandy Smith. He also revealed that he'd been seeing her since she was 13. Wyman divorced the girl when she grew too old for him. 2 years later, not long after Wyman's son started nailing Mandy's mom, we think we had it figured out, according to the family tree, that Bill Wyman could, depending on what happens in all those relationships, end up being his own grandfather. All right, today we are going to begin the countdown to opening day with a full week's worth of baseball-related pictures and videos. And the first one we have today is Jason Sudeikis from Saturday Night Live. So he grows up in Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City Royals fan, big fan of George Brett, etc., and so forth. So he moves to New York, though, and, it's sort of hard to follow a team back in the Midwest, so he sort of becomes a Yankees fan. So his hero, his boyhood hero, George Brett, autographs a baseball bat for Jason Sudeikis of Saturday Night Live. Sudeikis brings it on Letterman and shows the bat, and we've had to edit one word, but I think you can probably figure out it's JC's Eye Candy, and it's right below what we're looking at right now, or what you're looking at right now. Hey, what are you looking at right now? So again, JC's Eye Candy, and again, we change that every day. All right, the Rock and Roll Poll. What do you think of 60 Minutes? We got 4 choices for you. Answer in the corner, please. We'll have results for you tomorrow on the Big 550 KTRS. Trish and I are there from noon until 3, and of course our big opening day show on Friday live from O'Kelly's south of the ballpark, and that's it. JC's Daily Dose for Monday, April 9, 2012. A combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton, and in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.